from the West Coast, ANSE RAYE. Keep in mind as well that Beaufort South have won the championship before, so they know what it is to play in the finals. They are ready, they are pumped up, they came in black, they came to bury. Let's see how this goes. Beaufort South is a team decked all in black, ANSE RAYE, yellow, red, green, or ice green and gold. This is the finals of the 2016-2017 Plate Championship. This is a big game. Well, it is Beaufort South to take on ANSE RAYE. Beaufort South, ANSE RAYE, big finals in the Plate Championship. Rastafari bouncing away, ready for action. Plays on the right wing. Zico bouncing, ready for action. And Belgium there. Without there, my Belgian traitor. Have some, hold on, lovely. The Beaufort South has some top Rastafari. He gonna give you a kind of cornrow, but Rasta will have one. Another fella give you a kind of clothes. Oh, that didn't, so those specials in the China's person. Nice, moving on. But ANSE RAYE is smiling. ANSE RAYE not smiling. I have never seen Summers Augustine ever so serious. There was a guy there, Benjamin Satan. Satan Pahwe for college. I tell you swear, Summers. Big team. Finals, ANSE RAYE versus Beaufort South. Let's see who's gonna come out victorious in this one. They're playing for some big money and for a prestigious title. Do enjoy the game. I will time for photos. Shakes wins. Let's see Shakes the track suit up. Shakes really get them. Enjoy the game, folks. Love me, right on the place, man. Lovely, absolutely. English version of that song. What is unfair? Lovely. I want an English version of that track. You love fair.
Yes, of course. Welcome again to the Philip Marston ground. Welcome to the finals of the Flow Plate Championship that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. There you see Beaufort South, T-Goat Maslin decked in the black, coming up against the boys of the West Coast Road, decked in the red, green and gold. That's ANSE, Benjamin Satan Gabriel is trying to dance in the midfield area there. Giving it to Andy Sudat, and Sudat is having a, I won't say a fire at goal on the left foot there. The game is very young here at the Philip Maslin ground. Darkness enshrouding the regions here in the south. Lovely football here. Finals of the Flow Plate Championship, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup, and you viewing courtesy Jules production. Maslin again, a little touch into a defense again. Some very good work again. Maslin going across again, entertaining himself. Some very good ball there by Maslin, finding Jones, and Jefferson Jones, I think, was brought down here. Well, it's a free kick very early here in the first half of our Flow Plate Championship. Mabuya allowing the title to be hanged. They were the last year's champions, and they emerged to the main championship, relinquishing the title. And T-Goat swinging this one across. And the dreadlocks man on the far side, finding his man, having a shot onto this one. And this one is just sailing across the touchline, and the man in the middle, Garner Felicien, whistling to an incident there happening in the 6-yard region. A still nil all between Beaufort South and ANSE. Next weekend, Saturday, February the 4th, we'll be here to witness a VSADC. Yes, of course, they'll be coming up against Central Beaufort in the finals of the main championship. And Soufrière, yes, of course, being the defending champs, they'll be coming up against Miku for the 3rd and 4th place right here at the Philip Maslin ground. Labry got the better, yes, of course, of Grosile earlier on by 4-1. A very good ball there, and heads go up there in defense for ANSE, decked in the red, green and gold. Summers are pushing this one back to his goalkeeper. Ryan is not the dreadlocks man again with Summers. Summers, a wayward ball there from the boot of Summers. Posing no threat there to Jean-Charles. So that goes back in defense, and of course uncontrollable there by Francis Samuel. Throw into ANSE. A good touch there. Sudat in control of the ball game is trying to find his man again, and dispossessed. And the whistle over. The man in the middle went. It looks to me like Emmanuel Clermont on this one there. I think he was ruled offside been caught in the defense of Beaufort South. Summers again for ANSE. He's trying to dance into midfield, and he's trying to go wide, and he's going wide, but again Summers is going too wide, finding Jean Charles in goal. Some good work there by Benjamin Satan Gabriel, and he's finding his man. Very good ball by Zacharias, and Zacharias finding his man and pushing this one far out on the left hand side. Very good work again in defense from it looks to me like Tyrone Clark there in defense, doing a very good work for Beaufort. Ball goes into touch. Throw in there to Beaufort South there on the far side. And this one is lifted gently there, and it looks very dangerous. Fending in this one in the touch there. Again is the goalkeeper Ryan Esnard. And joining me in the commentary booth, where Terry has just came back in doing the honors of taking some wonderful pics, and is still in continuation there. Yes, of course, Terry. Terry is a man of many talents here. Welcoming him back to the commentary booth as this one goes across in goal for ANSE, and looking to pounce Terry. It's happening all here with Tigot Maslin again, trying to find Ernest Sudat there for the south of Beaufort, and some fending of the ball there, and it looks to me like the player has been pushed to the ground in the midfield there. Terry, it's heating up here between the boys of the West Coast and that of the South.
Well, an incident-filled final so far, very early on in the final. Two teams who have played well throughout the course of this tournament, and in fact, even in the preliminaries, two teams who played well and would have counted themselves perhaps a little bit unfortunate to be contesting the plate championship here this evening. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Chinese, here they are, and they're going to make the most of it. There is a prize at stake. There is the plate title at stake, plus, of course, prize money. So they will certainly be giving it their all. And so far, it's been really end-to-end stuff. ANSE on top a little bit, wearing their new kits are Beaufort South wearing their, well, not new, because I think these are kits that they've had from before, but not their normal kits throughout the course of this tournament. So they're wearing their all black, their Real Madrid themed kits, and they are right now trying to mount an attack.
Yes, of course, as we would say, one tournament, two champions, and already you see it was Labrie over Grosley. Yes, of course, in the third place of the Flow Championship. And combating here in the finals is Beaufort South, depth in the black, the Real Madrid kit with the BUE coming up against ANSE from the West Coast Road. Beaufort from the south coming up against ANSE from the West Coast Road. This one is swung in, and the heads go up in defense for the West Coast, and Maslin is blazing this one back into the area there. And again, this one is scooped over the transversal there. It looks to me like Tyrone Clark there. Is it Tyrone Clark? No more. Jason Poyet scooped this one over the transversal. Goal kick there for ANSE. Well controlled there by Maslin. That's a T-Goat trying to find his man. Some very good ball work there. And again, being played by Jefferson Jones. Jones again back to Maslin. Maslin is pushing this one into the midfield area. Some good ball work there by Nicholas Maslin. A ball is crossed into the region again, and no problem again for the man there by Ryan Esnad, taking care of the proceedings. Benjamin is trying to push this one forward there. Some good defending there. Maslin T-Goat is pouncing this one far and wide. It looks to me like Ellsberg Vital there trying to cross this one on the far side. Ricocheting from the boot of the defense of ANSE RAYE, and it's a corner. Terry, Beaufort is looking to go one up here in this corner.
Yes, dead ball situation for Beaufort, and they will be hoping to profit from it. Looped high into the center of goal, but put out by ANSE RAYE. An attempt to get it back into the 18-yard box was futile, and here come ANSE RAYE on the attack through Clermont, and two teams, Chinese, driven by their midfielders, by their former national midfielders. One a little bit more statuesque than the other, Douglas T-Goat Maslin, diminutive fellow, and then you have the big strong body of Benjamin Satan Gabriel, and of course Gabriel has a couple of other players, the likes of Summers Augustine, on his team, who we can look forward to seeing make a difference in this contest.
Yes, of course, Terry. The team is built, like we say, on the national players, and they are the ones who is the center of attraction here tonight, and the team members will be surrounding them in trying to make the play in happening there for the team, in trying to provide a goal. Yes, of course, in speaking with her. And this ball is across there to the near side of the commentary booth. Very good defending again from ANSE RAYE. We're here at the Philip Maslin ground. It's the Flow Plate Championship, bringing the curtains down at the finals. ANSE RAYE decked in the red, green, and gold, coming up against Beaufort South. This ball swung across and well collected by Ryan Esnad, and I don't know if Felicien spotted an infringement in the area, Terry. I heard the whistle somewhat.
Just a little bit of what they call in the English game argy-bargy, just a little bit of pushing and you know, some chirping, some words being exchanged. And so the ball comes out to ANSE RAYE in control, but not for long. Turnover very quickly. And this one, as you said, really controlled by those two midfielders, but right now is the forwards in control and trying to make an effort up front, but from far too great a range.
It was Benjamin Satan Gabriel about like 25 yards out, Terry, trying a crack there, but to no avail. Still it's 0-0 between the two. Darkness enshrouding the regions here in the south. Some very strong breeze being received from Barbados there in the east, and of course St. Vincent in the south here in the commentary booth. The whistle of Felicien went, and again a sport kick there to ANSE RAYE. In defense, ANSE RAYE is trying to build an attack, and from the left flank, some lovely ball there again. Good work by Luis. Again, they relinquishing the attack to Beaufort, and you see Tigo trying to provide some assistance there on the far side. But some good defending again from RAYE as they come forward there on the right flank, trying to build an attack. And of course, the official there on the far side, his flag went up. Terry spotting a player in an offside position.
I believe that's Nigel Matre over on that far side. And of course, the man in the middle, Ghana Felicien. We haven't had cause to say his name for a little while. He's been absent, I think, since the year started. But here he is, also a rugby official. So he is very well practiced in a couple of sports, a former rugby international as well for Sanusha.
Yes, of course. It's very good to know that we ourselves have been in diverse places, doing diverse things at diverse times. And again, as you see, Beaufort South in control of the ball game. Ernie Sudat is trying to dance around his man. Oh, lovely. And he's trying to cross this one. And again, posing no threat whatsoever to Ryan Esnad in goal. A good control again. Some very good work by Jason Poyet. Poyet again was trying to find the dreadlocks man, doing so. Very good cross again. A lovely cross, but no threat again. Jefferson Jones was across on this one, and Ryan Esnat was not disturbed. Ancillary building again, finding Benjamin Satan Gabriel, trying to dance around his man. Some very good work there by Maslin. Just giving away the ball to Beaufort South. Contested by Summers. Summers, he was on there, T-Goat, and Summers making amends. Summers again, and Benjamin trying to do a 1-2 for Ancillary, but T-Goat back in the midfield, bouncing on it again with his defender, going to the left side of the field. Beaufort South trying to build an attack. Some very good ball again. Looking for Ernie Sudat there, but in defense, very good is proven. Ancillary in midfield trying to build an attack. Benjamin relinquishing the ball, but Summers is right there. Good defending again from Beaufort South. Ernie Sudat. Maslin is playing it across, finding Jefferson Jones. Jones is scoring it across. Oh, the outside foot was met there. Some good playing. It looks to me like Ellsberg Vital there on the far side, and the whistle of Ghanaian went. And of course, Felicien is going to issue a card there to the defense there of Ancillary. Can't picture who it is right now, but I'm going to tell you in a moment who's the culprit of this act. It seems to me like Mervyn Zenkwa, to be exact. Or is it Aloysius Sydney? It more seems to me like Aloysius Sydney there in defense are displaying some ill manners. Ancillary is trying to get the ball out of the defense, trying to build an attack. Emmanuel Claremont is trying to find the man there forward, and some good work again by the keeper coming out of his goal. Well, to tell you the truth, that Ryan Esnad and of course Edmund John Charles being kept very clean. And Beaufort is looking to go ahead. Oh, what a goal there! Oh, what a save by the Dreadlocks, man! Imagine that. To tell you, Ryan Esnad, just mentioning over the goalkeepers, Ryan Esnad and Edmund John Charles have been very neat tonight in goal. And Esnad is displaying no nonsense in the final third here, keeping the sheet very clean here. Yes, of course, for ANSE RAYE. And a player remaining down there, it looks to me like Summers. A whistle went in the favor of ANSE RAYE. Still nil all. This one is lifted gently. Heads go up there for Beaufort. Still in control of the ball game is ANSE RAYE. A lovely ball being played into the midfield. Some good work in there. Pushed to the far side. One touch, Benjamin Satan Gabriel finding Emmanuel Clermont. Clermont is charged again in defense. Some good working there. Francis Samuel. Oh, this one is lifted across there by Benjamin Satan Gabriel. And I saw that's Darrell Wiggins there coming far in. Coming from the defense, it was Wiggins doing some very good work indeed. ANSE RAYE again. Clermont is ruled offside. Free kick to Beaufort. Jason to Ernie, back to Jason. Jason is trying to find Jefferson Jones, and Jones in control of the ball game. Back to Jason there. Just relinquishing the momentum again. Clermont again being dispossessed. Jones finding Sudat trying to dance around his man. Oh, what a wonderful tackle again there from James Paul. And the assistance of the medical team has been called into action. 2 players remaining down, and Sudat has gone back to his feet, and of course it looks to me like is it Summers there? He's gone back to his feet, so they're looking pretty much okay from my perspective here. And we're gonna continue with the ball game here tonight. We're at the finals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Float Plate Championship. A nail all between Beaufort South decked in the black, and of course the green stripe wearing the red socks, and ANSE RAYE veterans in the red, green and gold.
Then taking away 6-pack of Summer Free Apple Cider. So I'm looking for the individual holding on to ticket number 358225. That is 35.
Earlier on you saw the boys from the north, that's Grosley, surrendering to Labrie. I would say of the southwest coast of the island of St. Lucia by 4 goals to 1.
358225. Going twice.
A very breezy here. Goal kick for ANSE RAYE. Summers in defense again.
2-5.
Summers taking control, finding his man some very good ball again. Being produced by Sydney. Finding his man on the far side, and the goal is empty. And they're trying some magic there. Is it gonna work? Oh my God, some very, very, very good work. It looks to me like Jefferson Jones, the dreadlocks man, doing some good work there in defense. And of course, Jefferson is pointing out to his keeper and his compatriot there in defense that they should keep the defense intact. And joining me in commentary is David Chicks Christopher. A long time that I've been waiting for a little break. I got to go and do something that most probably no one can do for me. David Chicks Christopher in the commentary booth. Chicks, it's a nil all here in the finals of the Flow Play Championship. Mabwe are allowing their title to be hung for any team to grasp it, and we've seen that the boys from the West Coast rode with Benjamin Satan Gabriel, and of course Beaufort South, the boys from the South. We've seen Douglas Marslin and Nicholas Marslin in the mix there, and it's very tight here in the first half of our game here in in the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup at the Philip Marslin ground.
Yes, so far it is a very tight game, a very, very tight game, Chinese. Go and post that letter and you come back for me, put a stamp on it, make sure the stamp is on the left-hand corner, and make sure you're back here in time. As we move along, it's nil all. It's the final, as Chinese was saying. Beaufort South coming up against ANSE RAYE, and Satan Gabriel on the attack, losing it as he moves forward. It's nil all. It's nil all. We see Antigua Marsley finding his man, Orny, and he will take a shot on goal. He's way there, and he's way on the other side. Big shot there by Beaufort South, whisking over the fence, and it's 6 runs. It's 6 runs, big shot there. We see Beaufort South breaking down the right wing, and Orly Nanton whisking it across over the fence for 6 runs. And here we go again. Beaufort South on the attack. Beaufort South on the attack, building it from side to side. And Beaufort South, we know they can really kick that ball. Kick that ball with a lot of velocity. A lot of velocity. And the action builds up. Corner kick for Beaufort South. This is the final of the Flow Plate Championship. Corner in, ups. And we see Beaufort South trying to make men's. Ball hit back onto the left hand side. Cross again into the 18-yard box. Cleared there by ANSE RAYE. And a big shot again. Taken well by the goalkeeper. And the restarts. Nil all. Beaufort nil. ANSE RAYE nil. And this is what finals brings. You don't see much goals in finals because everybody's up to it. Everybody's up to it. I have a young aspiring commentator next to me. Are you enjoying the game?
Great.
She said great. Which team you backing this tonight?
Beaufort.
She's a Beaufort girl. Another shot again by Beaufort, whisking past the right-hand corner of the goal. And both teams is more or less trying out one another, trying to penetrate down the center, trying to penetrate down the right wing and the left wing. But very good competition. Very good competition. We can hear a lot of songs coming from the PA system. A lot of giveaways here this evening. Everyone is excited about what's going on. The atmosphere is building. And what a tackle there on the left hand, and the referee blow and intercept. Beaufort South rushing down the wing. And the referee, Garner, like a traffic police, raising his hands to the left and raising his right to the right. And he calls on the medical staff. One of ANSE players on the ground, looking for some medical attention. It's all happening here. It's the final of the plate. It's the plate championship. Nail all. Beaufort nail. ANSE nail. And we see the medical staff taking off one of the players from ANSE. See Ornija Charles out of the Beaufort South team in the bars. Orny Nanton getting a few chances but didn't really make use of it. Tyrone Clark down to the back playing very tight. And Orny Sadat, the danger man. Not really see much of Orny Sadat tonight. But we know how explosive he can be. We saw him very explosive last year. Orny Sadat, rushing his man, losing his ball. Yes. And the referee take charge of the game. Seeing a little bit more better refereeing this evening. We know Mr. Garner. He's a no-nonsense referee out of South America. He's the guy who normally takes charge of what he's doing. So we don't really have too much qualms this evening with our officiating. He said play. ANSE hitting it down the center. Seeing ANSE squandering one, getting a golden chance. And just rushing that and whisking that away on the right-hand side. Throwing away a golden opportunity. Still nervous, still kind of nervous. And as the song said, the beats goes on. T-Goat Marcelli hitting it down for Orny Nathan. Orny beating his man, stumbling and getting back. Good skills there. Very good skills there. That's Jefferson Jones. Jefferson Jones, very skillful player, caused a lot of problem on the right-hand side. Saw him stumbling, going up and down, but regaining his composure. The referee blew. And we see number 7, Douglas Marsley, stepping off from the ball. I think it's Orny Nanton. Maybe kicking that one in. Orny Nanton whipping that one in. See, team have the most dreadlocks. This is the dreadlocks team. You see running back in defense. And ANSE on the break. Moving like a Suzuki down the right side. It's cut off there by Beaufort South. Good defending by Beaufort South. Very good defending. This is the finals. Beaufort South versus ANSE. Nail all in the first half. And we see ANSE again trying to build an attack. Crossing it over. Straight in the arms of the Beaufort South goalkeeper. Making no mistake with that one. Ball down back the line. Big kick there from the goalkeeper. Went away off, just off the 18 yards box. There. And number 15, Jefferson Jones, trying to get that one. One whisk it away. Big ball. Yeah, see Mr. Sadat. Sadat is having a very tough game this evening.
At an optimum level, please patronize the bar. Lots of drinks on special. Elise. What is it, Elise? Big up Elise. Big up my buddy Jim. Have you ever been there?
Orny Sadat on the left hand side, trying to make it there. Lose it again in the middle. Very competitive run. Ancillary picking it up now, down the center half, trying to create some kind of momentum. But the ball is up and down the field. Both teams trying to penetrate. Beaufort South, strong in defense, very strong in defense. Intercept again by Ancillary. Well, the game is a kind of seesaw presently. Nobody really dominating and really claiming the stake of getting a goal. We still nail all in the first half. Very competitive. In boxing, we say punch for punch. Good turn there by the Beaufort South player on the left-hand side. Good defending again by Ancillary. Very even to the task. In again. Hit away on the corner. I think they draw a corner. Yes, corner for the Beaufort team. They draw a corner. See all the players getting into the box. See if they can probably get a loose ball, or if somebody could pounce on the header. It's still 0-0 as the clock ticks down in the first half. Good clearing there by Ancillary. The ball whisking to the center. And the clock ticks away in the first half. 0-0 again. And the referee blew for infringement. The temperature is building nicely, and we can see the black art Chinese appearing with 2 glasses in his hands, looking like a top waiter from Coconut Bay. But I think he was mostly working from Sandals Grand. Look like a Sandals Grand waiter. The way we crouching there, moving through the patrons. And we'll come back, Master Control, the man in charge, the Black Art Chinese.
Yes, of course, I'm honored to be back. You know, my seat belongs here in the commentary booth, either it be cricket or football. As you see, the defense of Beaufort remaining very clean here, and it's still 0-0 between the two. Very tight football is being played here at the Philip Maslin ground under beaming rays of light. Yes, of course, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. Veterans in Sports. Yes, of course, we're here at the finals. Beaufort South decked in the black, coming up against the West Coast boys. Ancillary in the red, green, and gold, as Summers is trying to dance around. And oh, what a good ball there, beating the outside trapper on the far side. Trying to sway this one across. Oh, Benjamin Satan Gabriel was in the mix there. Oh my God, some very good work indeed again. You see Clermont was trying to fire on this one there. And in defense, oh my God. The boys of the South are proving to be very, very, very good indeed. Again, some good work being produced there by Cornelius. And to no avail. Cornelius was looking for someone there on the ends. And the defense of Beaufort is proving to be very good. Good work in there by Beaufort. Jefferson Jones in control of the defense, looking for the way out. Jones finding Francis Samuel. Samuel is trying to dance and dancing. Good is Samuel. Samuel was trying to find Ernie Sudat there. but been dispossessed, and Ancillary taking control again of the ball game. Some good turn there on the far side. Ancillary still in control. Pouncing on this one is Sydney. And a ray of effort there in the midfield region as the whistle of Ghanaian Felicien went. Summers with a wonderful touch. And again, Ghanaian Felicien is pulling this one back. Well, it's all football and all football action here at the Philip Marsland ground in the south of the island in Beaufort, St. Lucia, 238 square miles. Benjamin Seth and Gabriel is being fed again from, it looks to me like his compatriot there, that's Louis Saint Croix. And I think this one was blown offside, it looks to me. No, but it's a goal kick there. Ghana Felicien had some other thoughts there on this one. Sudat, some very good work there by Jones. Jones getting one pass there. And Jones trying to dance into the defense of Ancillary. But some very good defending again from Ancillary there. You see Louis Saint Croix in defense, the number 4, proving to be very good there, Shakes.
Very good, very good. But Jones is looking good. I don't know if he related to Jones out of Trinidad. Corwin Jones? The Jones guy from Trinidad, what's his name?
You mean the athlete there from Trinidad?
Jones, yes, Jones. Who was here for the Street Football Challenge?
Yes, of course.
Jones. Right? Jones, right. He's looking very well. We see Sadat not really in himself like last week. We saw Sadat making some terrible run. But we see all of the Beaufort South team, a lot of Rastafarian in the mix. And they're really Rastafari in it as they get into the 18-yard box of Ansari. Benjamin Satan is trying very hard to make sure that he keep the mix going. But the referee, Mr. Felicien, Ghana Felicien, just flown in tonight from South America with a special charter flight to do this game. So it's a big game for Mr. Felicien this tonight, Chinese.
A very expensive is Mr. Felicien here tonight at the Philippe Marsland ground. And it looks to me pouncing on this one from afar. Just before the 6-yard region there, Ancillary had the chance, Shakes, to put this one in the all-onion bag, and this one has gone wide of the left upright of the goalkeeper.
That's the second time. They had one a while ago, and they make a mess of it. And it seems like they're going to make a mess of all of the chances tonight. We saw Gozali make a lot of mess of their chances, and they paid dearly. And if they continue making these kind of mistakes, they themselves would find themselves on the back foot.
Very true. Very true indeed. Edmund John Charles and Ryan Esnad, the goalkeepers of either or, that of Ancillary and Beaufort South. They're at a clean sheet right now, but since it's the finals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Championship, the trophy is still up for grabs because Mabuya relinquished the trophy and they step up their game into the main championship, and they were knocked out in the quarterfinal stages. And I'm seeing that it's a battle between Ancillary of the West Coast and Beaufort of the South here.
Yes, and a very good even Steven so far. And this game is played down in the part of St. Lucia, where the most controversial DSF deal is going on presently right now. I don't know if this game is going to end up in a controversial situation like a DSF Chinese, but all in all, we in the DSF, what you call constituency.
Yes, of course, and at the first half whistle, that of Ghana Felicien, it's a 0-0 locked at the finals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Flow Plate Championship between Beaufort South and, of course, Ancillary, with Beaufort South having some dreadlocks man like Ernie Nanton. They have Ernie Sudat also in the mix there, and some very good players there. Jason Boyott in the mix there. Ancillary has players like Benjamin Satan Gabriel. Ryan Esnad in goal is a no-nonsense. We also have Summers there, Sheikh. Some very good players there in the mix, and of course we should expect some more great football to be taking place here at the Philip Masley ground in the second half of this game.
Yeah, we also have Jefferson Jones from Beaufort South making some terrible run down the right flank. And as you said, as the second half about to begins, we're going to see some real good electrifying football as we continue here this evening. We can take you back to Master Control. You're viewing one of the best finals so far for 2017. You tune in to Jules Production International. We take you back to Master Control. We'll be back with you in a short while.
Oh, welcome back. Yes, of course, to the Philip Masley ground. Let me welcome you back to the finals of the Flow Plate Championship. Being contested between ANSE RAYE and, of course, Beaufort South. Some strong wind is being blown here, causing some spillation here in the commentary booth, but nothing to hinder the atmosphere here, and of course the prosperity of our work remaining nil all between ANSE RAYE and Beaufort South. The breeze has gotten stronger here, Sheiks.
Get stronger and spilling, causing getting some things to get damp, but it didn't damp the main documents inside of the green bag.
All right then, because the green bag possesses
Bag of home.
the green bag of home possesses a lot of dollars here tonight.
Documentation.
I'm telling you. And of course, the green bag belongs to the Black Hat Chinese. And of course, the Black Hat Chinese have been coached by the Black Hat man, Sheiks Christopher, of course, and not forgetting the late great Brian Ras Ipic, Peter McDonald, and my good friend Tennyson Glasgow, because I've always said when I entered the field of journalism, I studied 3 thesaurus, and the whistle of Ghana is going on towards ANSE RAYE. Like I was saying, I studied 3 thesaurus. David Sheiks Christopher, Tennyson Glasgow, and Brian Ipic, Peter McDonald. 3 thesaurus that I did study, and I think I aced them.
You're like Cedric, Meshach, and Abednego.
And of course, we move with the Lord and Savior. It's all happening here in the commentary booth, and
so free kick just on top of the box. Free kick for ANSE RAYE just on top of the box. Infringement, we see Garner blowing his whistle, moving like a traffic police, making sure he gives the right signs and the right signals, Shiny. We're going to see ANSE RAYE going to try to see if they can go one up from on top of just on top of the circle, just on top of the circle.
Yeah, standing on this one, I see Benjamin Gabriel is a few steps back and standing on the ball. It looks to me like Summers there on the ball. Summers moving a few steps back, and Benjamin and Summers on arc, and Summers, Benjamin skipping for Summers, and sort of firing wayward there, going across the touchline. all breezy here in the commentary booth. And accompanying me here is David Shakes Christopher. I don't think that we're feeling cold right about now. We're satisfied with what we've had in the cold conditions.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yes, indeed. We're feeling very nice up in here. The atmosphere is superific. We haven't seen Mr. Terry Phillips here. He's disappeared from us for a little while. But all in all, I think you're doing a very superific job, Blackheart Chinese. We see both teams trying to make mark for themselves. We still nail all. Benjamin Gabriel trying all his tricks in the middle there, trying to marshal his troops. But Beaufort South, with their own backings, trying to see if they can really emerge champ this evening, leading the way for Beaufort Central.
All right, then, and if we see the lights of Beaufort South and Beaufort Central Shakes being champs of the floor plate and also the main championship here, Beaufort would be singing a different tune to the song, having that they claim the Black Hat Trophy, and of course wanting to claim the third place of the the finals of the floor plate championship, and also wanting to claim the finals of the main championship. I'm seeing that Calypso has gone down to the south.
Well, we'll have to play a song by Teddy Pendergrass, 3 Times a Lady. If they win 3, 1, 2, 3, you have to request a song called 3 Times a Lady. You do it once, you do it twice, 3 times a lady. You know that tune?
I know that tune, but just going back to the 3-peat there being done by Bolt, and now it's been strayed away from him, and most probably this is trouble right now.
Yes, it's trouble. When you talk about Usain Bolt, I can remember seeing Carter in Rio back in August. I was speaking to Carter, and he was saying that he had it covered. He was saying to me at the hotel that he had it covered. See him speaking to his Prime Minister. I was asking him how he really feel about the whole situation. He said he had it covered. But then lately, in the past 72 hours, we heard that they found them guilty for one of the banned substance. But he appealing, and it kind of distorts the glory of my good friend Usain Bolt. But it's so sad to know that, they always target the Caribbean, and we find ourselves now on the back foot, where one of our compatriots will be losing one of his medals. But that's a part of the game. Let's see how the appeal goes. But back on the field here right now, Beaufort trying to 3-pick. I don't know if anybody going to get tested here right now for any kind of banned substance here, because if they get tested, they can lose one of the 3-peat. They already have 2. Let's see what's going to happen if they can make it 3.
All right, then. I don't know if it's going to be alcoholism, or should it be meth or marijuana. But we're not getting tested for anything around here. I'm telling you, we in the south embracing the cold breeze there from St. Vincent, from the south. And of course, from the east, we're receiving it from Barbados. Very good indeed. We were here at the floor plate championship at the finals. Nil all between the two, decked in red, green, and gold. Ancillary with Benjamin Satan Gabriel coming up against the boys in the south. Some good clearance there from defense. That's of Beaufort, the dreadlocks man. Yes, of course, Jefferson Jones in the defense there. Some good work again from the defense. Oh, Salad again. We see some good work there from Edmund Jean Charles in goalkeeping there, receiving there from his defense. Doing very, very good indeed. And Beaufort there with Ernie Sudat across there. Again, Summers is proven very good there from the midfield perspective there. Ancillary being robbed. and robbed a genuine lead here. Some good work there from Tyrone Clark. Clark giving possession away. Ancillary again there from the far side, trying to build an attack. Crossing this one, and Benjamin Gabriel is controlling this one. Finding the back of the net is Benjamin Satan Gabriel taking the lead here from the boys of the West Coast Road, taking it over from the boys of the South.
Yes, what a mix-up. The Beaufort South team just making a mix-up in the defense. And Benjamin Satan Gabriel always moving like Lucifer, moving out of the heavens and moving down into the hell and getting that ball and hitting it straight into the hole on the bag. And the score going to read now, ANSE 1, Beaufort South 0.
Well, if he moved from heaven to hell, I think it's stinking right here. And it stunk in the South. Benjamin Satan Gabriel finding the all onion bag. Silence in the crowd there from the South at the Philip Maslin ground. And it's 1-0 in favor of oh my God, ANSE taking the lead. It's all good, and Ganya Felicien is whistling this one there in favor of Beaufort South. Beaufort is looking to make amends of the situation right here. Ryan is not in goal. Heads go up. In defense, I could see Mr. Ma. Mr. Ma is doing some very good work there. Dwayne Laurentin introduced into the game. Throwing there to ANSE on the far side. Some good work again by Ernie Nanton in defense, and of course Ernie Nanton and Jefferson Jones, the dreadlocks of Beaufort, being very instrumental in the game, and of course Ernie Sudat, the dreadlocks of Beaufort, Jason Poyat also doing some very good work there. Poyat trying to dance. Dancing across his man, trying to control again. A loose ball back to the goalkeeper. Ryan Esnad. No threats onto Ryan Esnad. A good ball there from Benjamin. Benjamin saw his man there, and a good ball there again. A sail from Summers. Again recuperated there by ANSE on the far side. ANSE is still in possession of the ball. It looks to me like Benjamin Satan Gabriel. Some touches on the ball. Ernie Sudat is on this one there, shadowing. Still ANSE in possession. Swung across very dangerously there. But it looks to me like Jean-Charles in possession of this one, finding Beaufort compatriot. And oh my God, it looks to me like Sudat finding Mr. Ma on the far side, and crossing is Mr. Ma. Oh, the head go up there. Oh my God, it looks to me like Elberg Vital. Some good goalkeeping there. Ryan is not the dreadlocks man. No nonsense in the free sticks there for ANSE. It's all happening here at the Philippe Maslin Margie grounds down in the south of the island, 238 square miles of St. Lucia. We're receiving some serious breeze from the south, yes, of course, over St. Vincent and in the east, Barbados. as we welcome the breeze and we welcome the play here back at the Philippe Martinet ground. And a Beaufort player is being brought down, whistled there by Ghanaian Felicien. Mr. Ma, Dwayne Laurenton with the throw on the far side. But it looks to me like Nanton, Ernie Nanton, trying to sail this one across and the heads go up. And there was about 4 or 5 players of the Beaufort contingency there. Ghanaian Felicien in control of the proceedings. Jefferson Jones will relinquishing the effort there to Ancillary. And joining me in the commentary booth is Terry Finisterre. Shakes making an exit.
For a long time.
Terry, still nil all between the two is locked.
Yes, joining you briefly in the commentary position. A hot game, but also hot in the stands. Plenty of stuff happening down there. As looked like Benjamin Satan Gabriel there threw on goal and foiled at the last instant, as has been the story of this game so far. Great intensity from both teams, great attacking verve, but the final thrust not quite there so far, Chinese. And it is still 0-0 here in the Flow Plate Championship title game between Ancillary and Beaufort South at the Philippe Martinet ground. Of course, you can catch up with Veterans in Sport on our website, veteransinsports.com, or on the Facebook page, Veterans in Sports, the YouTube, the Instagram, and the Twitter, Veterans in Sport, and get the scores, photos, all the updates on all the action from all the games. This is the penultimate weekend of the 2016-2017 Veterans in Sports 2016-2017 Veterans Football Tournament. This is the Flow Plate Championship. Beaufort South going up against Ancillary. Sudat on the ball. Lays it off. And is lost. Goes into touch for an Ancillary throw.
Yes, of course, I'm loving to embrace the presence of Terry Finisterre in the commentary booth. And to make mention, being at 0-0 here between Ancillary and, of course, Beaufort South. I have to commend my workers surrounding me, Terry, David Shakes, Christopher, Misha, who is not present here tonight, also joining me in commentary. Like I would say in French, doing formidable. Formidable is French, formidable is the English. Yes, of course, helping me out in the commentary booth, doing some very good work. Ancillary again, looking into the forward position. Ernie Sudat there, trying to dribble across his man, doing very good, but relinquishing the pass there. And again, this ball is going out into touch. A throw in there to the boys of the red, green, and gold. No, it is Beaufort. The ball came off for Ancillary. It is what I was saying. It looks to me like the boys of the red, green, and gold earned this throw, and Ghanaian Felicien proved me right here. A throw in there to red, green, and gold. Ancillary trying to take possession of the ball game in defense. Oh, good work there. Oh, a good salad there. Indeed, I must say. Some good work there by Dennis Charles of Beaufort South. Beaufort South again still in control of the ball game in midfield. Some very good work by Trevor. Wasted opportunity again. Trevor Modest was trying to find his strikers there in the final third, but posing no threat whatsoever to Ryan Esnad goal. So Ryan Esnad has remained in his comfort zone and allowing it looks to me like his last line of defense to take this goal kick. No action really happening here in the finals of the Flow Plate Championship. 0-0 between the two. No one finding the back of the net so far.
Recently, Liverpool losing in the EFL Cup semi-finals to Southampton, and the manager Klopp had to say that Jurgen Klopp said that it was windy and that affected the quality of the Liverpool game. I wonder what he'd say if he had to play here at the Philip Marsler grounds. Winds swirling about quite mightily.
It's more than extremely windy out here. And I believe that the German club would appreciate me saying this here. Not at all. And of course, we starting from defense. Beaufort South. Oh, a crack of a shot there. And it looks to me like some good goalkeeping again from Ryan Esnad.
Excellent goalkeeping, although a little bit risky. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit, very risky, because after making the initial block, he chased down the ball. He chased the ball down and went to retrieve it with foot outside of the 18-yard box. So very dangerous play there by Ryan Esnad, but he made the most of it and was able to retrieve the ball for his team. And they are now in possession. Gabriel attempts to play the ball wide. He's going to try to win it back. He does indeed win a throw-in for Ancillary. Number 19, Benjamin Gabriel, central figure there for Ancillary. And tonight has been playing a little bit more advanced than he normally has throughout the course of this competition. Title matchup, Beaufort in black, Ancillary in red, green and gold. Looks like there may be a little bit of an injury on the field as well. But Ghana Felicia blows for the reset, throw in, and it goes right back into touch. All action here at the Philip Marsler grounds, and so far it's all Ancillary. They have the upper hand in this contest so far, and the Beaufort South nerves perhaps beginning to fray just a little bit as Ancillary get another throw in, this time in the attacking third. This one is well controlled. Swings the ball in to the 18-yard box. It's headed out, headed clear by Beaufort South, but not all the way clear, and it comes back into the midfield. Sudat tries to play it forward, and it is lost once again. Ancillary back in control. And an ancillary player is indeed felled. Ancillary with the edge, with the advantage. They're playing a lot more fluently. They have the 1-0 advantage in on the scoreboard. The affected player limping to the edge of the 18-yard box, a free kick for the team that is ahead. And not a bad free kick at all. Not a bad free kick at all. Just dipped a little bit too late, but was a testing ball for Edmund Charles. So Beaufort South will attempt to reset. Beaufort, of course, has had a very successful year in football. They've been in a number of finals, have won 3 or 4 titles, including the Black Heart and the Girls Under 15. In this final, the Flow Plate final, as well as the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup final. So they're in pretty good shape as far as their football is concerned over the past year at just about every level. Under 21, under 15, that tournament getting underway shortly. The boys tournament getting underway shortly. Adventurous shot from the midfield as Jason Poyot tries his luck. But again, just too much on that. Continues rising and is no trouble for Ryan Esnard. Beaufort with a tight throw-in, and it allows Ancillary to win it back, but goes right back for another throw-in at almost the identical spot, just about the half line. So the home crowd getting a little bit antsy because they are behind. Of course, should Beaufort South manage to equalize, this could go to extra time and perhaps to penalty kicks. We've seen 2 penalty shootouts in the semi-finals of this year's Veterans Football Tournament. Semi-finals and quarter-finals, I should say, of this year's Veterans Football Tournament, both involving Soufrière. Soufrière won the first in the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup and then lost the second to Beaufort Central. Dangerous ball played there by the central defender. He manages to recover, but right on his tail, and now he's dug himself pretty deep into a hole, but manages to extricate himself with a long outlet ball, goes up front. Ernie Sudat wins the throw-in for Beaufort South, and he controls the throw-in as well. Now Beaufort South on the attack, looking to get the ball into the box, looking to beat Ryan Esnard. Double team on Sudat here. He has played back down the line. A lot of red shirts in and around the 18-yard box, and they managed to fend off this attack. Not the best of balls into the attacking third, or attempting to get into the attacking third there by Ancillary. Ancillary having a very good tournament. They've been pretty solid throughout. Defeated Labrie Veterans in the semi-finals 2-1. The Beaufort South had a big win over Grosley. But sometimes, you know, you need to save those goals. Keep some for the next round. Beaufort South also beat BTC All-Stars 4-0 in the quarterfinals. Whereas ANSE had a 3-0 win over All Blacks of Dennery. That's the road to this matchup, as Beaufort South remain in control, but they've ceded control, and now it is ANSE on the attack. Very dangerous, and the ball goes bouncing just wide. It was all there for him. Edmund Charles coming out to play as the last line of defense. They were all at sea with Beaufort South. Perfect opportunity to double the advantage. Perfect opportunity perhaps to seal this matchup. Lovely through ball, but unable to finish. So it remains 1-0 ANSE. Should perhaps have been 2. But ANSE is firmly in the ascendancy in this contest. Beaufort once again on the attack. Sudat in a dangerous position. This could be and should be and is 1 goal apiece. The home crowd explodes. One all, the score reads. Sudat with the marker. So now, Chinese, the deadlock is restored. So now, Chinese, the deadlock restored, 1 goal apiece. Ernie Sudat with a score, and just after getting let off the hook, because really Beaufort should have conceded when their goalkeeper came out, and clear-cut chance for ANSE. A little bit of confusion in the 18-yard box. Ernie Sudat looked as though he may just, we're not at a great angle, but Ernie Sudat looked as though he may just have got away with an offside there. But the point is that it got in the back of the net. The assistant's flag, Nigel Matre, that flag remained down, and it is now 1 goal apiece.
Yes, of course, 1 goal apiece here between the two in the finals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. Beaufort is trying to be in the building. Oh my God! It looks to me like Ernie Sudat bouncing there for Beaufort South. Terry Fenix there.
Well, Beaufort South came virtually back from the dead. There wasn't much fight, it looked like, in them up to that first goal being scored. And now they are very much alive. The crowd is alive. Everyone is on their feet. They are excited. They are pumped. They have the momentum right now, Chinese, in this one. and they are looking as though they are going to press ahead right now.
Yes, of course, the people from the south are elated here at the Philip Marksland ground. And I must say, the music is played continuously here. And the ball is being played on the green grass of the Philip Marksland ground. Beaufort South taking the lead by 2 goals to 1. A ball crossed there, dangerously. Oh, this Sudan, what a save! Oh my God, it's all happening right at now. Ryan has done a brilliant save across the transversal.
You talk about momentum. The momentum is all with Beaufort South right now. That could have been 3 goals to 1. They are pumped. They are up for the fight in a different kind of way right now. They are really ready for this. It looked as though Esnat may not in fact have saved it, that it just went off the crossbar, but really a fine effort by Sudat, rising and meeting that with his head. Perhaps a little bit more of an effort might have got him on top of the ball and allowed him to pump it in, but certainly well done by Beaufort, and they are very much on top of this contest right now. But as we saw just a little while ago, Chinese, it can all change in the blink of an eye, and ANSE, who had been really the lead dogs in this competition, in this tournament, and certainly in this final, up to that point, could very well get back into it just like that.
Yes, of course, Saint Croix was trying to take possession of this one. Oh, dispossessed. It's Beaufort South giving away the possession. Very enticing here. Back joining me in the commentary booth is David Shakes Christopher and Shakes Ernie Sudat for Beaufort is proven to be very, very good. And it's all heating up here in the commentary booth and also on the green grass, Shakes.
I was saying early on that Orny Sadat is a danger man, and he wasn't getting his feet in, but he suddenly got a burst of energy, and we see Orny Sadat hitting Onion back twice and almost hitting it thrice. And we see Beaufort South just getting a burst of energy, and the score reads now 2-1 in favor of Beaufort South.
Yes, of course, and it's all happening here in the south with the south breeze from St. Vincent, of course, the east wind from Barbados hitting us very hard here in the commentary booth. And it's 2-1 in favor of the boys here from the south. I won't say the boys, they are coming of age because they are 40 plus, Shakes.
The guys from the south. And the breeze is in tandem because everything from Vinci, the Vinci breeze like to go down to Barbados or to St. Vincent. So the St. Vincent breeze normally come to St. Lucia and then go down to Barbados. But now we have the St. Vincent breeze going to Barbados and then coming back to St. Lucia. It's a chemistry.
Yes, of course. And when the chemistry is being built, you should expect for an explosion. An explosion is going to happen here at the Philip Marksland ground between the boys there from the West Coast Road and of the south. A wonderful ball is being built there on the near side. The dreadlocks man trying to make some inroads here for Beaufort. Some good ball is being played for Dennis Charles, and a 1-2 there again. Elbert Vital is passing this one over the transversal. It's all happening here. Beaufort South in the mix here, Shakes.
Beaufort South now is just the floodgates is open, and Beaufort South is throwing goals like they're throwing away garbage right now in Deglu. And then we see right now is Beaufort South is all over at ANSE presently right now. ANSE drawing forest blood, and Beaufort South barging back and scoring 2 goals and throwing 2 more. It's all Beaufort South. Orny Sadat and his crew is just demolishing the defense of ANSE.
Benjamin St. Gabriel for ANSE being dispossessed there. The ball is going across the touch line. Throwing there to ANSE, and Benjamin is furious, hitting the ball into the ground. trying to dance his ancillary. Robbed again. And a whistle there by Garnier Felicien. And Garnier Felicien has proven a point there. Free kick there to Beaufort South. Ernie Nanton on this one, but relinquishing possession there to Ancillary. Some good work there again by Jefferson Jones, and he was called by the ref, and yellow card issued to Jefferson Jones here, David Chicks. Jefferson Jones was just punished there in the process, hustling there for his team, trying to keep the score line in the possession that he really wants. Like 2-1 in their favor and remaining in their favor. That's what Jefferson Jones would have been wanting at this present position here.
Jefferson Jones you have a president named Jefferson. You know, we have a president Jefferson, but he's Jefferson Jones. I don't know if it's Jim Jones, Jefferson Jim Jones, but he's really mixing the chemistry for his team. Mr. Garner, like a traffic cop, blowing his whistle like a wardener on a pedestrian crossing, and keeping it very busy here tonight, Chinese.
Yes, of course. Again, some lovely ball there from the dreadlocks man there on the near side, and filling it there. Some good work there by Vital. Well controlled again in defense checks by Ancillary. Vital winning this one there. Again, contested in defense. Ancillary is proven to be very good. Vital is looking for his man there. Some good cross in there again by Masley, and putting this one into touch.
This game here remind me of a movie I saw way back in the day. It's called Escape to Victory, when some guys was praying to escape out of the prison, and it seems like Beaufort South is trying to escape the victory here tonight, and it's all happening. You see people is limping, people is skipping, people is jumping, and it's all happening now at the Phillips Marsley ground.
Yes, of course. It's all happening here in the South, and I must tell you, these men of 40 years plus coming of ages here, I know that they are sore and they are most probably wanting to limp on the field, but of course they got to stick to the task and stick to the duties here. As Beaufort South in defenses are pouncing it around, a touch, a 1-2 here. Marcelin is trying to find his man there on the far side. Looking very good, promising back to the midfield. Beaufort is looking to pounce and finding the third goal here in the final third. Still keeping possession here is Beaufort. Ball has gone back to the defense, and looks like Ernie Nanton here relinquishing the possession back to the boys of the West Coast. Summers trying to get around his man. The whistle of the referee went, but of no avail. Beaufort, David Shakes Christopher Beaufort, wide of the right upright checks. You just saw this one.
They're throwing goals like Airy Fairy right now. They're throwing goals like they don't want to win a game because they're leading 2-1, and that's all happening right now. It's all happening here this evening.
Yes, of course. Though they're in the lead, but Beaufort looking to stretch it, far beyond their opponents here tonight. Benjamin Satan Gabriel of Ancillary is wanting this one. But of course, the boys in the South are proven to be more prolific here tonight. Ancillary in control. A wayward there for Benjamin. Nanton in defense. Beaufort relinquishing the possession there to Ancillary. Esnad in goal, finding the man there in the midfield area. Oh, what a good foot there by the man there in midfield from the outside. But it's still in the favor of Beaufort checks. If the bell was supposed to ring here right about now, the people from the south would be celebrating.
Yeah, well, everything is happening for the South right now. It seems like it's all the South. We have the DSF issue in the South. We have the football in the South. We have the hospital burned down in the South. We have Blackheart Chinese with his bag down in the South. And we have veterans footballs going on in the South. So everything happening down in the South right now.
Yes, of course. And when you're dead, you're 6 feet deep. You're buried in the South. So you got to come to the South. And of course, Blackheart football was clenched by Beaufort South here in the South. We had the keeper, the most valuable player, the most valuable keeper, that of the Blackheart football knockout tournament. He was here with us in the commentary booth just a while, and it looks to me like Ernie Sudat. Ernie is trying to play his compatriot. There's some very good ball there. Vital. Just giving the possession away.
Only so that went out for a little breather, get a little refreshment, get a little injection, and back into the game again. Only so that the guy who make all the difference this evening for Beaufort South is really creating a storm with the defense of Ansari. And we can see Mr. Ballas is watching to see if he can learn a thing or two, because his turn come up next week Saturday.
All right, then, making mention of Mr. Ballas, I don't think next week Saturday is his turn. It starts from this week Saturday. It's tonight because he's representing the South entirely.
The South. He's winning everything for the South. Mr. Ballas is on a roll. I'm the only guy who could stop Mr. Ballas this year, and you're going to hear it sooner or later. I have to stop him in his tracks. He's winning everything down in the South this year.
Honestly, I would wish to have Mr. Ballas in the commentary booth here tonight to listen to his views and, of course, his comments here as Beaufort South is taking charge of the boys from the West Coast Road. Boot on there from Benjamin, Satan Gabriel, and his dispossessed. And looks to me like Marslayer is trying to feed his men in the forward position. And of course, joining me in the commentary booth there, we have Mr. Ballas clinching the Blackheart title. And of course, with Beaufort South being in the floor plate champion finals. And of course, having Central Beaufort in the main championship final. Mr. Ballas, you must be proud here tonight.
On behalf of all Beaufortians, I am exceedingly happy that Beaufort has been able to make to achieve what we have achieved this year. Even if we are not to win every competition, but the fact that there has been a high level of performance from all the Beaufort teams, I think Beaufortians are happy at that.
All right, then, you've just heard the word of Mr. Ballas. Well, it's 1-0 here. Yes, of course, 2-0, 2-1. Yeah, it's 2-1 at the halftime. We're going to our interval. 2-1.
No interval. Mr. Ballas, what's happening in Beaufort this year? We saw Beaufort really getting back to the old days, winning the Blackheart tournament, winning the under-15 tournament, I think winning the female tournament also, and now on the 21 tournament. And now you win the plate championship. And next week we're going to see another Beaufort team Central in another finals. And then we had the DSF controversial going on in Beaufort. And then we had the hospital burn down 2009 in Beaufort. Everything is happening in Beaufort. What's really going on in Beaufort, Mr. Ballas?
I really think they say that winning is contagious and one good thing leads to another. What has been happening is that all the other teams seem to be thriving on the victory of one another. They have the support of the community. The community want them to do well. All the programs that we have had in place over the years, I think it is coming to fruition this now.
Thank you very much and congratulations. Another one in the back of Beaufort. Let's see what's going to transpire come next week. I wish you all the best with Beaufort Central. Coming up against a big one, which is supposed to be a past champion in VSADC. I know this one would not be an easy one for either team, but may the best team win. I know you're going to be missing one of your most top player in TT Elva, but we saw Andy Jabaptiste taking charge last week and really running his team, and we get some news off the hot of the press that some big ones is coming in to fill that gap. Can you share any light on that one?
Let me just say the absence of Titi would somehow create a void, but I think it's an opportunity now for the other players to step up and make sure that they hold his space. Yes, there are plans to see how much we can strengthen, but I think until everything has been done, I am not sure I want to let any cat out of the bag. But what I am hoping more than anything else, that next Saturday's final is going to be a clean, fair and good exhibition of football at its highest level. I want to wish VSADC well. Of course, I want to wish Central Beaufort well, but I want to make sure that at the end of the game, that all patrons are satisfied with the level of football that would be displayed. I must say next Saturday is going to be the last round. Veterans, Black Hat, Visions, they have all been good to Beaufort, and I think we couldn't ask for anything more.
Well said. Before you go off, I want to say something to Terry. Terry, before we close down the commentary and send you back to Master Control, we saw another victory for another Beaufort team, and it seemed like everything is happening for Beaufort from 2016 moving over to 2017.
Well, wonderful victory for Beaufort once again. They're in another final next week. In a final as well. They're at finals at both end shakes because they're also in the final of the primary schools football tournament. So they're in finals of veterans, they're in finals of the children, they're in finals of youth, they're winning Black Hat. Everything is happening in Beaufort. I think I'll be moving down here very shortly.
Well, we may have to ask the government to change the capital from Castries to Beaufort.
I don't think it's a good time for us to ask for that just now, Shakes. But we will ask Mr. Bellas to allow us residence in his fine community.
Well said. We'll take you back to Master Control. You tune into Jules Production International doing the Veterans 2016-27. Back over to you, Master Control. We'll be back with you in a short while.
Both teams assemble in the area so we can get on with the presentation. The plate championship, of course, is all about two teams competition. One champion in the plate, Beaufort South win, but for some reason they don't want to collect the prizes. I know. Bask in your glory. I'm sorry, we are with you. Make some noise for Beaufort South! Champions! Lovely! Tigo is a champion in my hamstring. Give me that, guys. Give me that. Come on, yeah! Everybody knows it, bravo, champion. You guys are here. Come a little closer, Ansari. Come a little closer. Nothing to be ashamed of. You guys had a wonderful game despite the outcome of the game. Again, Beaufort South champions of the plate championship. And Ansari coming in second. Now, let's go. There was a prize for the most goals in the plate championship. However, that went to a gentleman called Motley, out of Beaufort, but plays for Grosley. Alpha Motley scored 4. However, there was Modest with 3, there was Sudat with 3. None of you guys got past 4. So, Motley, sharpshooter, unlimited data plan courtesy Flow. If you're round from Grosley, that is your prize. But Motley, out of Beaufort, used to be a sprinter in his heydays. This guy used to fly. Let me tell you, talk about 100 meters and stuff. This guy used to fly. So you may see him now with a little tummy. Round of applause for Motley scoring tons of goals in the championship. Like I said, he's from the south, but he plays for Grosley. So sharpshooter. Lache bugla. Zople game bugla vie man. Bugla Grosley bugla yena sir. Also, he receives a rumper. I like that word. Before they have hamper, these days they have rumper, which means that loaded from. Sponsored by St. Lucia Distillers. So, unlimited data plan courtesy Flow, and monthly also win yourself a rumper courtesy St. Lucia Distillers. Also, parking is the books are now. Wait till you go zilly. The books are there, same players. How many books are there? Round of applause for Motley, son of the soil from the south. Man, do his time in the south already. Right now is enough. That's, as a matter of fact, that's enough. A rumper and an unlimited data plan courtesy Flow. Do your stuff, buddy, do your stuff. Moving on. Let's move on to the medals in terms of the second place team. And again, I know that I have a little passing from Anslery. Anslery, despite the loss, nothing to be ashamed of. You were leading the game, couldn't close it off. So, silver medals, asking the captain of the Anslery team, present your players to collect the silver medals, and thereafter we'll collect the trophy for second place. So, players line up from Anslery to receive your medals. Where's Summers there? Summers? I know you're a bit disappointed, Summers, but history has said, or history has proven, that Anslery has never, ever defeated any team from the south in terms of Beaufort. Never. Anslery has never beaten any Beaufort team as a district. District, not club. I can't recall. I can't recall. Anyhow, come forward, Satan. A bit of disappointing there, but as anything else, this is the game. You collect your medal, anybody? You have your wife rugby. You have your wife rugby outfit. Excuse me, sir. Is that your wife rugby outfit? And look, guys, round of applause for Anslery playing the finals. They did put on a good show. However, in the final analysis, they didn't make it. But they have nothing to be ashamed of. They had a good outing. Mr. Cox in the school bus. Rastafari, hard luck, Benjamin. Hard luck. Respect, yeah, man. Smiley, hard luck, yeah. Some very good players from Anslery. At least folks, show some appreciation. Round of applause for Anslery playing a good game. Good game from Anslery, man. Terry, big respect. Yes, man. Yeah. You don't know the trust, man. I go tell you. Top table tennis player from Anslery. I go show people, you know. I know people. Top table tennis player back in the days. And look, Anslery. Better luck this time, but however, you know how the game goes. That's the far right. Yeah, man, tough luck. Beaufort, go see yoga. Hand luck, Beaufort. Good game, guys. Yeah, man. Shucks. Columbus, hand luck, Benjamin. So again, Anslery coming second. We asking Summers to stay, the captain. We have the plate for you guys. Summers Augustine, please collect the plate. Summers, Benjamin Satan will collect right here on this side. For coming in second, there's also a plate for you guys. DJ Dunga, representing Mackerson, will present the plate to Benjamin Satan. You know what I think? We're not Satan sound here. Show you, sir. I think that is what that's holding you back. Change your name to Gabriel or Angel. So I'll call you Benjamin Gabriel. Or something so. However, the MVP for this year's tournament in terms of the plate is none other than... You're the Guyanese. You don't say your accent off. Oh, Pongo. DJ, give me something. You're suspense there. The MVP for this year's tournament of the plate is none other than coming. You gotta give us the suspense, man. That's on the shit. Make some noise for your very own Ernie Sudat. Ernie is celebrating 25 years as a Rastafari. The captain, Tigo, will lead his team. Make some noise for them as they receive their medals. Remember, no kissing, Tigo. A little hug is alright. Not be a mess. Yeah, looking good, you know. Mr. Yeah. Respect, man. Big defender. Wasco. Top player, number 9. Top player. And the man they call Traitor, he used to catch the egg in his shirt in the school games. Alright. Top goalkeeper, your baby's on it's alright, line medal. If you book him, we may shy. Me say, me book him, Wasco too. Slang thing. I've done this in the t-shirt, we say that we make a slang thing. And Bioching receiving his medal. There's one goalkeeper who give met Gassa. Who give met number 1 goalkeeper in the South. The MVP in this thing, of course, Zico. And the man Zach. Hey, let me tell you, hold on. Hey, lovely, hold on. You see this guy there? Hold on. After Zico is a guy called Zach. I went to school, it was an Anglican school, 1976. Zah is the only man that has slide that kind of concrete. Presenting Zah. Original. Yeah, man. Alright, moving on. Good defender. Top defender. Alright. Again, round of applause for Beaufort South champions, man. Champions. Number 21. Yeah, everybody getting the stuff. We are seeing Tigot. Make us available the champion up next. And as well, ANSE coming second, they walk away with $1,500. Hey, hold on. Who are those people? That's someone about it. Hey, you have to pass this way. You should just arbitrate. You need to come from the side. Who are those? That's the netballers, the veteran netball team. That's the backroom staff. Yeah, all right. I'm going to say that backroom. Oh, impressive. Look at the color. Remember, if the color is not red or yellow, blue. Changing the color. Blue is the color. Yeah, man. Make some noise for the captain as he is presented with the trophy. Keep in mind as well, they also received $2,000 courtesy flow. And Saray for coming in second received $1,500. So the guys are getting money. Here it is, Beaufort South, $2,000. That is the actual check, eh? That is the actual check. You already putting it back there. That check. That's the actual check. Deposit that tonight. Make some noise! We ask that you get home safe. Keep in mind, next weekend is the finals of the main championship, where we'll see another Beaufort team. This time it's going to be Central Beaufort to take on the highly fancied Members Sports Athletic and Dramatic Club, BSADC, in the finals.